Hi, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Books and Beaches. So today we are actually going to talk about two new things. One being July's new releases. Once again, 2023, it's a great year and we've got some great new releases coming out in July. And second is a new product that I was actually reached out to asking if I wanted to try it out, and I am so excited to be trying it today, and that's Javi. I have seen this all over my TikTok feed, my Instagram feed, and I was definitely looking to try it because I am typically an iced coffee girly, and I like to frequent Starbucks every once in a while, but it's kind of expensive, and I have a fake Keurig here at home, but I am more of a fan of iced coffee, and so that's kind of a hassle. And so I saw this and I was like, oh gosh, I should really pick that up. And lo and behold, they reached out to me in my email and I was super excited. So we're gonna try it out today, see how it goes, and I also have a discount code for everybody to use, so I'll be linking that in the comments and the description below. So let's go ahead, let's go make a drink and try it out, and we'll go from there, and then we'll talk about all of the new releases coming out in the month of July. All right, so we're here in my kitchen to mix this drink together and see how it goes. So in true Books and Beaches fashion, I have my beach themed thermos. Super excited. I've got some ice in there already. And then I have measured out 12 ounces of water. I believe it says, let me just make sure, yeah, per every teaspoon that you use of the liquid, you'll put it in like 6 ounces of water. So I'm gonna add my 12 ounces of water there. And then, so you take the bottle, got my teaspoon, and I'm just going to pour it in. So let me see if I can move my camera down here so you can see this. My camera might fall off, we're gonna find out. Let me move this over. So I'm gonna just pour in 2 very messy teaspoons. Put that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in because I'll have a straw. I'm big on my iced coffee and straw. And then I am going to put in my creamer because I always use creamer in my coffee, no matter what. And the flavor I have here is just the original flavor. I do believe they have a bunch of other flavors, which is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna mix that in, and just as easy as that, we've got some iced coffee. So let's go try it. All right, so let's try this out. Oh, that's actually really good. Surprisingly, for a coffee concentrate, there is a really bold, strong flavor of coffee, which I like. I loved because I put mine in the fridge when I first got it, and so it's already cold. It doesn't taste like I've just chilled down like a K-cup or something like that. And then adding the creamer right on top of it is the perfect mix. So I'm super excited to try this. And yeah, it was just kind of a total fluke that they reached out to me, and this is so perfect for today. I am heading to a concert tonight, so a little bit of afternoon pick-me-up is not going to be a bad thing. And I love that it's going to be super easy to travel with. I'm always looking for something that I can bring with me, camping. Heck, I could probably even bring this to the beach because it'd be super easy to just pour in, mix up, and go. So I'm super excited about that. I have a camping trip coming up this coming weekend, and it's definitely gonna be coming along with me. I'm just looking a couple of the other kind of specs about this, just so you're aware. They are sustainably sourced, they're dairy-free, sugar-free, non-GMO. I loved it because, as I've kind of talked about it before, I am getting back into my own health journey, and it's only 5 calories per teaspoon, so that's huge. So if you are interested in trying this out, I will put my code, which is Books and Beaches, as well as the link below, and you can go ahead and try that out. And if you use either my code or the link, it gets you 20% off your very first order. So feel free, try it out. I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to try some of the other flavors that I have. So, all right, since we already tried the first new thing today, let's go ahead and get into the July new releases. Now, like I said before, July is looking to be a pretty decent month. We've got 4 different release dates in July, and I tried once again to do a little, diverse list of books here and not just all thrillers, even though, I could find a lot of thrillers. And the very first books all come out on July 4th, which is kind of exciting. And the first one is Sunshine Nails by I believe it's Wynn, but I've heard that last name pronounced different ways. So, and this one, it actually was repped by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which is pretty awesome. And it says a tender, humorous, and page-turning debut about a Vietnamese Canadian family in Toronto who will do whatever it takes to project their no-frills nail salon after a high-end salon opens up, even if it tears the family apart. Perfect for readers of Olga Dies Dreaming and The Fortunes of Jaded Women. Now, I haven't read either of those, but this sounds super interested in me, and I don't know if you ever noticed, but I love getting my nails done. I just got them done yesterday, so that one caught my eye for sure. The next one coming out on July 4th is The Housekeepers by Alex Hay. And I have not read anything by Alex Hay before, but this one says, the night of London's grandest ball, a bold group of women downstairs launch a daring revenge heist against Mayfair society in this dazzling historical novel about power, gender, and class. So that one sounded pretty interesting to me. I know a lot of people have talked about that one throughout their summer new releases, so it sounds interesting. I even wonder maybe if it could be, a book of the month release. Who knows? So always waiting to see what those are going to be. And then the final one coming out on July 4th that I found was Business or Pleasure, and this is by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Now, I have not read anything by Rachel Lynn Solomon, but I know I have another book by her, and I'm trying to think, what else did she write? Is it the X Talk? It is. So I have the X Talk, but I haven't read that one yet either, but that one is on my to-read list. So this one is Business or Pleasure. It says a ghostwriter and a struggling actor help each other on the page and in the bedroom in this steamy romantic comedy from the New York Times bestseller. My goodness, a little bit of coffee and I'm like of the X Talk. So this could be interesting. Might not be completely up my alley because romance is a little hit or miss for me, but like I said, I wanted to diversify these lists a little bit. So the next set of books comes out on July 11th, the first one being Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Now, I've read a couple of things by Catherine Center. I had the arc of her last one, The Bodyguard, and that one I actually quite enjoyed. And I read another one, and of course the title is completely escaping me right now, but it was about a female firefighter. So this one caught my eye, and this is Hello Stranger. And I love this little tagline. Love isn't blind, it's just a little blurry. That's cute. It says Sadie Montgomery never saw what was coming. Literally, 1 minute she's celebrating the biggest achievement of her life, placing as a finalist in the North American Portrait Society competition. The next, she's lying in a hospital bed diagnosed with a probably temporary condition known as face blindness. Oh, that's right. Now, I remember a couple other people talking about this one. We saw face blindness in Alex Feeney's Rock, Paper, Scissors, too. And let's see. So she's going to struggle to cope and hang on to her dreams, work through family issues, and taking care of her dog. But then she's going to fall into love. So we'll see where this one goes. Could be kind of interesting. And like I said, I've liked Catherine Center before, so we'll see. Next coming out on the 11th is The Summer of Songbirds, and this is by Christy Woodson Harvey. Now, this one caught my eye, and I know a couple other people have been talking about it because it has the buzzword summer camp. I love summer camp stories. My favorite Riley Sager is The Last Time I Lied. That's taking place at a summer camp. So this one says, 4 women come together to save the summer camp that changed their lives and rediscover themselves in the process in this moving novel from this New York Times bestseller. So I don't want to know too much more than that. I love a good summer camp story, and this one might be kind of on that more light, fluffy side, and I am totally okay with that because with all of the thrillers that I read, I need something to break them up a little bit. So next coming out on July 11th, speaking of what I'm going to assume is going to be a thriller, The St. Ambrose School for Girls by Jessica Ward. Ooh, and it is the Crime Reads most anticipated book of the summer. It says, Heathers meets the secret society in this thrilling coming-of-age novel set in a boarding school, ooh, so maybe some dark academia, where the secrets are devastating and deadly. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I want to read about that one because it sounds really good, just from that little bit of a tagline alone. With a lot of my thrillers, as I've said before, I don't like to know a lot going in. I will always link these below, but that's kind of all I want to know for that one. Also coming out on the 11th, and this one is Thicker Than Water by Megan Collins. Now, I don't believe I've read anything by Megan Collins before, but it's tagged as a twisty, propulsive thriller. Yes, please. Two sisters-in-law are at painful odds when the man who connects them, the brother of one, the husband of the other, is accused of a brutal crime. So they are sister-in-laws, and they are devoted best friends and business partners. But their lives get upended when Jason, which is the connection, gets into a car accident and is placed in a coma. And the police arrive, and he's the prime suspect in a murder investigation. So, I love twisty stories. Give me all those twisty thrillers. So that one's coming out on the 11th. And then the final book coming out on July 11th is The Woods Are Waiting by Catherine Green. I don't think I've read anything by Catherine Green either, but this one does say, in the tradition of Lisa Jewell, who I like, and Ruth Ware, this is her debut thriller. Oh, that would be why I haven't read anything by them. Duh, Amber. Is a dark descent into the sinister traditions and customs of a small town in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. No superstition will prepare the childhood friends, Cheyenne and Natalie, for the macabre truth that awaits them. Ooh, interesting. So, in Virginia, let's see. 5 years ago, the bodies of 3 children were found in the woods. It was a man named Jasper Clinton who was convicted of these heinous crimes. And they've breathed easy because this monster was apparently behind bars. But another child goes missing, and so they are determined to discover the truth and uncover the town's dangerous secrets rooted in its terrifying past. That sounds fantastic. So, debut for Catherine Green. We will see how that one goes. All right, the next set of books comes out on July 18th, and the very first one is we have The Block Party by Jamie Day. Don't believe I've read anything by Jamie Day, and so that's kind of the cool thing about July's new releases is I'm not seeing a lot of like big names that I've known of or read before, but going to be some new authors that by the looks of these are going to be very, very interesting. So this one says it is, it's a blurb by Ellen Hildebrand. It says, like a firecracker on a hot summer night, if you like my novels, you'll like The Block Party. I do like Ellen Hildebrand. So it says, this summer, meet your neighbors. The residents of the exclusive cul-de-sac on Alton Road are entangled in a web of secrets and scandal, utterly unknown to the outside world and even to each other. On the night of the annual summer block party, there has been a murder. But who did it and why it takes readers back 1 year earlier as rivalries and betrayals unfold, discovering that the real danger lies within their own block and nothing and no one is ever as it seems. Yeah, that sounds pretty great. I will be first to checking that one out. Next up, coming out on the 18th, is A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing. Now, I have read a Samantha Downing before and quite enjoyed it. And so this one says it is a delicious thriller that gives a whole new meaning to the dangers of modern dating. Yep. I could probably tell you so many stories about modern dating and dating apps and whatever. So this one definitely caught my eye. And it says, Wes and Ivy are madly in love. They've never felt anything like it. It's a type of romance people write stories about. But what kind of story? Yeah. Oh, it says, when it's good, it's great. Flowers, grand gestures, deep, meaningful conversations where the whole world disappears. When it's bad, it's really bad. Vengeful fights, damaged property, arrest warrants. I don't want to know too much more, but give me a horror story of dating and I am in. That actually reminds me of, I've got it up here, it's Last Girl Ghosted by Lisa Unger. Really creepy dating story. So, yep, I'll be looking to pick that one up for sure. All right, and then the very last book, sorry, that's so good, coming out on July 18th is Not by Blood by Chris Narazny. I'm gonna guess on that one, but now this one, it says, in the tradition of Harlan Coben and Karen Slaughter, one of the best thrillers I have ever read was written by Karen Slaughter. Actually, I have it sitting right here, ironically. Pretty Girls. Amazing, amazing book. But it says, comes this book, Not by Blood, a tense and twisty debut thriller about the extraordinary measures one woman will take to save her family. Wow. So, yeah, I don't want to know too much more. It's going to be a debut, but if you're telling me it's going to be like Karen Slaughter, I'm in. So, alrighty. Then the final set of books comes out on July 25th. So, the very first one should be no surprise. I am super excited about it. I have the arc of this one, and that is One of Us is Back, which is the third book in the One of Us is Lying series by Karen M. McManus. If you've been around with me here a little while, you know that Karen M. McManus is one of my favorite YA authors, and so I'm super, super excited to have the third in this series. And basically, I don't want to say too much because if you haven't read the series, I don't want to spoil anything. But it says, when someone from the Bayview 4 pass resurfaces, history begins to repeat itself and the consequences are deadly. So I am really looking forward to continuing, and I believe this should be the final in that One of Us is Lying series. I've got to get myself kind of back into that world, do a little bit of trying to remember about it, but that one's coming out on the 25th and I'm pretty excited. Next up, and I do believe I also have the arc of this one. Gosh, I gotta work on it. But that is The Legacies by Jessica Goodman. Now, I know I've read other things by Jessica Goodman before, great YA author, and this one says, a glitzy YA thriller set in New York City elite social circles filled with backstabbing and blackmail, twisty secrets, and a dead body. So it says perfect for fans of Euphoria, which I've actually never watched, Holly Jackson, and Jessica Knoll. So looking forward to picking that one up for sure. Oh, one of probably my most anticipated releases of the summer, and I blame my cousin Amanda for my obsession with this author, and this is Everyone Here is Lying by Sherry Lapina. I love Sherry Lapina books. They are ones that I feel like I can get through really quickly, and yeah, I've been looking forward to this one coming out all year. It says, another thrilling domestic suspense novel from the New York Times bestseller of The Couple Next Door, which was, I believe, the very first one I read. And let's see. It says, welcome to Stanhope, a safe neighborhood, a place for families. William Wooler is a family man on the surface, but he's been having an affair that ended horribly this afternoon at a motel up the road. So when he returns to his house, devastated and angry to find his difficult 9-year-old daughter Avery unexpectedly home from school, William loses his temper. Hours later, Avery's family declares her missing. So, I don't want to read too much more, but this is a for sure one that I will be picking up and probably pre-ordering. All right, just a few more coming out on July 25th. Like I said, the next one here is Prom Mom, and that is by Laura Lippman. Now, I don't believe I've read anything by Laura Lippman, but I've had things on my TBR by her before. I just never picked them up. And so it says, this tells the story of Amber Glass, love a main character with my name, desperately trying to get away from her tabloid past, but compulsively drawn back to the city of her youth and the prom date who destroyed everything she was reaching for. So, basically kind of looks like it says that, you know, she's tried to put as much distance as possible between her and her hometown, which is actually Baltimore. And she doesn't want to be known as Prom Mom, The girl who allegedly killed her baby on the night of prom after her date, Joe Simpson, abandoned her to pursue the girl he really liked. So, but now she's coming back and we will see what happens. So, that sounds interesting. And then the final one coming out on July 25th is probably a little bit out of my comfort zone, but diversifying. And that is The Sweetest Revenge by Lizzie Dent. And it was actually hyped up by Emily Henry, and I love Emily Henry. So it says Bridesmaids meets Emily in Paris. Love Emily in Paris. In London, in this hilarious and heartfelt story of one handsome neighbor, one no-good ex, and the summer Amy Duffy makes the comeback of her life. So, could be just a fun, romancy kind of sweet book to end out the month with. So, that is everything coming out in the month of July. Do you know of any other new releases that are coming out that I should be taking a look at? As always, you can leave those in the comments below. As a reminder, if you are interested, feel free to check out my link below and check out Javi. Like I said, I am really enjoying this, and it was quite a surprise that they reached out to me. My link and my code will be below, and that once again will get you 20% off of your first order. So, as always, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.